Good afternoon. It's noon Central Time in Chicagoland. So here I am. Maybe it's still the morning for you, but here in the Chicago area, it is officially afternoon, and wow, I'm hungry. Is anybody else eating lunch while we talk today? Anyway, as you come on, tell us where you're from. I see that Anita is here from Florida. We've got Donna here from, I'll just say Wisconsin because I can pronounce that, from the shoreline of Lake Michigan, beautiful Lake Michigan. So tell us where you're from. And Paula is here. So I think Paula's from Indiana, if I remember correctly. Paula, if I'm wrong, put that in the in the chat. We'll just wait another minute or two as people come online, and I'm kind of guessing that today is a busy day with other things going on. Okay, Jenny is here from California. Fantastic. And she sends blue hearts. Thank you. Paula sends red hearts, so I'll take them all. Debbie's here from Ohio. And if you've got a SCHMETZ needle in your machine, tell us what needle type and size it is. Just curious. So Anita says, oh, hopefully you still have the beautiful sunshine. Oops, where my comment is moving along. Over here in Minnesota, up in the Northlands. She tried swimming in Lake Michigan. I bet it was kind of cold. So Vicky's here from Iowa. Yay. Oh, goodness, we've got someone here from Australia, and it's 3 a.m. Well, gosh, are you sewing too? Can you not sleep? And so you're sewing? Well, whether you're sewing or not, I'm glad you're here. And yes, Paula is from Indiana. So welcome. We've got Suzanne from New York. We've got someone from the Navajo Nation. Welcome, everybody. And let's just scoot along. So our winner last month of the SCHMETZ giveaway was Janet Nickel from Florida. And the question that she answered was, how many pairs of scissors do you have? Well, guess what? Lots of you commented, and that automatically put you into the SCHMETZ drawing, the random drawing for the giveaway. And after Janet's name was announced, she sent a note. And she said she was so excited because it's been a long time since she's won anything. And she has a lot of scissors. She has over 40 plus pairs of scissors. And she sent me a picture of all of her scissors. Well, no, this isn't even all of her scissors. She stopped counting after 40. And she says she has a lot of friends and family that come over and they sew, they quilt, and they craft. So she's got scissors for everyone. So isn't that fun? So Janet, thank you for sending that picture in for the SCHMETZ Snippet giveaway. Now, I have another picture that I want to share with you. And in January, Sherry of Bomer, and I think she's from one of the Dakotas, either North or South Dakota. I don't have it written down. But in January, Sherry won the SCHMETZ Snippet giveaway. And 2 days ago, she sent me some pictures with what she had, well, a project that she finished because of the giveaway. So in the giveaway in January, Sherry received a Mary Malari little sister, little brother apron pattern. And Sherry made this adorable little polka dot apron for her granddaughter. And then she went online and found a YouTube tutorial on how to make a chef's hat. So isn't that adorable? So thank you, Sherry. The other thing that Sherry said was that in 2012, she bought a quilt kit called, let me see, Stitcher's Garden. And guess what? She started stitching it in 2013, and then I guess life interrupted. So when she received the giveaway in the January giveaway, it motivated her to finish her quilt. So it looks like she has her quilt top done. This is the picture that she sent yesterday. Again, the giveaway motivated her to finish her project. So I'm guessing this is just the top. She still has to quilt it, but bravo, Sherry. And isn't that the way sometimes things happen? You start a project and then life interrupts. So, the question today, the mystery question that enters you into today's random giveaway is you need to answer what stops you from completing a sewing or quilting project? What stops you from completing a sewing or quilting project? Well, gosh, I probably have a project from 2009. I have oh, no, 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 it would be older than that. It's probably from year 2000 or 2001. A red, white, and blue quilt. I bought the fabrics. It says USA. It has little stars on it, and the pattern was four flags on the diagonal on a quilt top. And you know what? I just haven't started that project. I didn't even finish it. I haven't started it. I actually pulled it out a couple months ago thinking, oh, with the big anniversary for the United States, that I should really get that done. But you know what? Life is interrupted. I'm out and about working, and I just haven't started. I haven't even cut out the pattern yet. So, what stops you from completing a sewing or quilting project? If you remember, not too long ago, I showed a project that I started in 2002, and that was with over 1,000 half square triangles that I made. And then life got busy, and I didn't finish that quiltlet until 2022. So sometimes I like to say projects need to season. So, answer what stops you from completing a sewing or quilting or crafting project, and that will enter you into today's drawing. So today I'm here in the Chicago office. To date, I've given 533 presentations. And if you read my newsletter, yes, I called my last 2 months, the last 8 weeks, a SCHMETZ Spring Spree. With all the presentations I gave. And it's always wonderful to get out and meet everybody. Oh, the other thing I just want to mention about Sherry, when she started that project, her quilt project in 2013, she got interrupted. And she made 75 by Annie bags. So yeah, she got interrupted. All right. So I hope you all got the SCHMETZ newsletter. And this was the opening of the SCHMETZ newsletter. First, there was a little video showing all the independent artists that had made an art installation at the entrance to H&H Americas, which is a wholesale show. So there were a lot of independent designers there. The fabric companies were there. Sewing Notions companies from around the world were there. And of course, I had a SCHMETZ needle booth also. And on that second day of the show, I walked in just minding my own business, and I hear, "Hey, Rhonda, come here, take a picture." The professional photographer hadn't shown up yet. So they had me do a spontaneous video. So you can click that. I think it's less than 30 seconds, and you can see all the designers that contributed to making the initials H+H, which is the name of the show, which translates from a German word meaning hobby. And so I made that little video and just thought I'd share it with you. And over the last 4 to 8 weeks, wow, I've just been meeting so many wonderful people. If you're in Florida, maybe you've been to Beyond the Stitches with Jan and Dondi. Maybe you've been to, Beach. Um, oh gosh, Beach Potato Embroidery. They're from Florida. Diane Deekman. I finally met Diane. She's here in the Chicago area, and we met at the Fiber and Fabric Craft Festival, also at Rosemont. If you have a chance to attend that show next year, it's open to the public. And wow, I just met so many wonderful people. Um, and here, this picture here, I thought was a lot of fun because this is Lisa Woolfork, and you met her last year also at the H&H show when I did the SCHMETZ Snippet live, and she did a panty party. She did a panty party where they made three or four different types of panties with just one seam. So she came by the booth. They used the SCHMETZ stretch, was it, I think, size 7511, I don't remember. So but it was a SCHMETZ stretch needle, and so she came by with some of her samples. My friends Tracy and David from Splash Fabric, I love Splash Fabric. We have the Share crew were here also. And then Tony from Quilt Tony, she's always a lot of fun. Annie Smith with Ace WC Crochet. Oh my gosh, you see that picture of Audrey Hepburn? That's actually crocheted. So Will is actually kicking up the crochet world with pictorials, and it was really really quite lovely. And then I had two gals. Whoops, my lights are going out. From Riverhead, Sew and Vac in. I think on Long Island. So lots of fun here. And because I also took a 1 week vacation right after my SCHMETZ Spring, I took a picture of me outside my dad's garage with my unicycle. Yes, I grew up riding a unicycle, bicycles too, and motorcycles, but the unicycle, there's not many of us that ride unicycles. So cleaning out my dad's garage, I found my unicycle. Did I get on it? No, I did not. I really wanted to, but here's the thing. The tire was flat and the frame was a little bit warped. So, yeah, less stressful not to get on it. Anyway, glad to share those pictures with you. All right. So the guests from SCHMETZ Snippet Live. Did you check out their websites since last month? So that would be SoShare.com. That was Julie and Ursula. MaryMalari.com. Mary is celebrating her 10th anniversary on her cross. Oh, I always have a problem. Crisscross apron. And to tell you the truth, I actually, when I was in Beaver Dam at the Nancy Zeman Sewing Studio a couple weeks ago, I actually bought her pattern. You know what? Mary supplies patterns for giveaways, but I never kept one for myself. So I actually bought two of her patterns, and hopefully I'll be making them up. Cornelius, you can find Cornelius, CORNELIUS.000. He's in Canada, and Cornelia has an interesting history because he had an accident when he was a young man, and fitting garments were an issue. So he really knows how to fit garments for both men and women. And he was also talking about scissors during our SCHMETZ Snippet Live. Catherine Redford, you can go to Catherine Redford. That's Catherine with, I think I made a typo here. I think it's with a C. Catherine with a C, Redford.com. Mark Ingram, the son of Stan and Marlene, the developers of Original Sewing and Quilt Expo. So you can go to sewingexpo.com, and I'll be with them again next year. And then Rita Farrell. And Rita, you've probably met her before. You probably know that during the week I post on Facebook and Instagram SCHMETZ and Grab It Facts, but Rita does the fun things on the weekends. So Rita was wearing some pants that she had thrifted, and she enlarged them, and they looked fantastic with that side seam with a collage of fabrics. Okay, now in my SCHMETZ newsletter also, I had information on how on reading the SCHMETZ needle pack and what does 130-705H mean. So 130/705 means that the needle has a flat shank, and the H translates from a German word that means scarf, this little indentation that once it passes your fabric and your throat plate, the bobbin hook has to come up and catch that top thread in order to create the stitch. So 130-705H is the needle system. So you see that on your needle packs. What I found interesting, and really I was quite happy, that I got several responses from readers about the existing SCHMETZ needle packs, or at least the updated SCHMETZ needle packs. So, let's see here. This is, Peggy. Peggy sent me an email saying she liked the older packs, plastic chips, the plastic packs of needles, because they're easier to read. And you know what? She wasn't alone, because I also got another email from Norma that said the writing on the SCHMETZ needle pack is too small to read. And she has to get out a magnifying glass in order to see what size the needles are. And she also commented that the logo on the new SCHMETZ needle pack is too large. And guess what? I absolutely agree. So if you also agree that reading the information on the new SCHMETZ needle pack is too difficult, I want you to send me an email at info@schmetzneedles.com. So if you can't read the needle side, it's in this vertical position at the top of the needle pack, send me an email. If you can't read the bottom here, the needle system or the needle type spelled out, send me an email at info@schmetzneedles.com. If you think this logo should be smaller so that the other text on the plastic chip could be increased, send me an email, because I read these emails and I send them off to SCHMETZ Germany. You may or may not know that the SCHMETZ color chart is because of my tenacity. I will claim that. In 2010, I went to SCHMETZ Germany and I asked for 2 bands of color to identify the needle type and size. And at that time, the president of SCHMETZ Needle said, "We will not do that." And you know what? I'm so glad that he was direct and friendly about it. So as I traveled throughout the country and Canada, I asked those that were attending my classes or retailers, send me an email. Let me know that you want needle type and size color bands on your needles. And so it was in June of 2013 that I got the email that said, "Dear Mrs. Pierce, please stop the emails. You're getting your color coded needles." So those were implemented in January of 2014. So again, change takes time, but if you can help arm me with suggestions on providing larger text, larger information on the new SCHMETZ needle pack, believe me, I just like last time, every few weeks I will batch these emails to SCHMETZ Germany and hopefully get that resolved. But you know what? Change takes time. Okay, back to our newsletter. did you see I'm going to be a speaker at the Quilt Africa Summit? Hello, I'm really excited about this. It's a global audience with global instructors, and I will be giving my SCHMETZ talk on July 9th. So go and check it out. The link is there for you. I'm really excited to do this. I think Miriam is the organizer, and this is her either 4th or 5th year with Quilt Africa Summit. So check that out. Also, what are you doing for Father's Day? Father's Day. You know, I always like the Grab It magnetic pin cushions, and I know that you're all familiar with them. They come in 6 different colors, and they now come in the box with a little plastic lid. So you can pop that off, and or you can pop it back on, keep the lid, and it will secure your pins from flicking out if you happen to drop it into your sewing basket or a tote bag, etc. Or maybe it'll protect them from dust. I have dust in my sewing room. So 6 different colors, and also there's the mini Grab It. So the set of 3 for nails, screws, paper clips, and of course straight pins. And so let me just show you. I went into my office, and let me just show you what my Grab It magnetic pin cushion looks like. So I keep paper clips on mine. This color is no longer available, but I just wanted to show you this. I actually added more paper clips to it a couple days. I go through a lot of paper clips. They end up in the warehouse, and then I take them back. And the guys in the warehouse have a Grab It magnetic pin cushion too. And here it is. It's a little dusty, but wow, they collect their paper binding clips and paper clips on here. So just an idea for Father's Day. You can find Grab It magnetic pin cushions at your local sewing machine dealer, and certainly at SCHMETZneedles.com. Okay, now how many of you are on Facebook? Did you see the May 19th Facebook post? And that was about the fabric cutting machine. So Rita and I were traveling together, and she took a video, I think it's less than 30 seconds, a video of the June Taylor fabric cutting machine. And wow, the comments just exploded. People love it, people hate it. There's really no in between. So it was really fun. Go back to May 19th and check out all the comments on that fabric cutting machine. We are there. It actually became, well, viral for SCHMETZ Needles because there are nearly 750,000 views, and I think, I don't know, 7,000 comments. It's unbelievable. And certainly when Rita posted that, you know, it was just an informational post, but people have stern thoughts about that fabric cutting machine. So take a look at that. All right, so let's go along and let's look at today's giveaway. Again, to be in today's giveaway, you need to answer the question, what stops you from completing a sewing or quilting project? So maybe it's sickness, maybe it's your kids or grandkids' athletic events, maybe you went on a cruise, maybe you won $1 million. So many choices. So go ahead and put your answer in the chat, and that enters you into the random giveaway. So let's see what we've got here today. Well, our friends at Hobbs has supplied us with this wool and cotton blend batting. Of course, we love Hobbs. This one here, I think, what size is this? This is a 60 by 60 size. So this is a throw size. So this is from Hobbs. From our friends at Shannon Fabrics, here is our cuddle fabric. Oh, 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 ever so soft. Don't you love this just soft pastel-y ombre color? And what needle are you going to use with it? Stretch 9014. That's going to make a world of difference in your sewing success when you use Stretch 9014. From our friends at Stuff Fabrics, I have this wonderful jersey fabric. And let me just open this up a little bit so you can see the pattern. There's oversized flowers and leaves, and then there's a skull here. So it's quite interesting. And this fabric has that nice stretch. So I would probably use a stretch, I don't know, either 7511 or a 9014. And you might be able to use a jersey needle too. So sometimes you just have to experiment. All right, from our friends at Timeless Treasures. Isn't this pretty? We've got these fat quarters here. There's 12 fat quarters. These are kind of late summer, fall colors. So if you win this, you can start on a fall quilt or any kind of project. From our friends at Taylor Seville, I have a magic binding maker. So they've got instructions here on the front and back on how to do that. So again, this is Taylor Seville. We've got Mary Malari's crisscross apron pattern. Hey, I should have kept this one for myself. It's the last one. No, I bought mine, but Mary has donated the crisscross apron pattern, and this is her 10th anniversary. She has sold tens of thousands of these patterns. So I might have mentioned that I actually bought fabric too when I bought the pattern. So maybe later in the season, I'll have 2 Mary Malari aprons to show and wear. All right. From our friends at Nancy Zeman Sewing Studio, the Stitch It Sisters, I have the Fusible Fun art quilt. So fun way. What's the dimension on this? Oh, this is a small one. This is about 20 by 20. So this is is that the final size? No. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to read the instructions right now. Maybe that's, well, it says, finished size. Okay, 20 by 20. So quick and easy project, a no-sew project. All right. From Amy Berrickman, love you to pieces. You know, you've seen this before, but it's a nice little gift item to share with friends, our sewing pals, whether they sew or not. It's reminiscent. And of course, I love Amy Berrickman items. All right. And then what do I have? How many of you are still or just beginning your shop hops? We've got the needle travel guide. So this is for this year. It's updated every year. In fact, I just placed an insertion order to advertise in the 2027 edition. And Michelle, who publishes this, I met her a couple weeks ago. She gave me an extra copy. So you'll want to, you can find this at some of your local quilt shops. Sometimes they'll have it right there at the counter. So it's an easy way, state by state, you can go in and look up different fabric, fiber, yarn, etc. stores. So if you're on a shop hop or on vacation, or you're just looking for a side trip, can't we all use a side trip for fun? You can check that out. And of course, I've got a selection of SCHMETZ needles. So lots of needles here for our winter. Okay, let me see what time it is. Coming on 12:28. Let me see if there are any questions. Okay, so to be in the random drawing today, you have to answer the question, what stops you from completing a sewing or quilting project? All right, let me see if there are any questions. You know what? I think everybody's so busy that nobody posted any questions for me, at least in advance. So let me just scroll through the comments here and see if there are any. Colleen says she made the apron. She loved it. She had to shorten it a bit, but she also added a little width to it. So on Mary's 10th anniversary pattern, she does talk about adding width to the apron so it fits even more people. Anita says that fusible fun art quilt would be such fun to make. A little I Spy quilt. Lisa loves that quilt pattern too. Jenny says she's never seen a binding maker. Okay. Well, now you know. I'm glad I can help keep you informed. Vicki likes the sunflowers of the Timeless Treasures fat quarters. Jenny says lately the need to spring clean stops her progress from the sewing. Yeah, I know how that is. Lisa says she's still working full time and taking care of grandchildren along with their sporting events. Well, you've got two full-time jobs. She's retiring in 18 months and counting daily to finish her projects. Okay. Let's see. If Vicki says if she won $1 million, she'd build a nice large sewing studio with lots of light, and then she'd have plenty of space to finish her projects. There you go. All right. Well, I don't see any questions. If you've got a question, if you've got a SCHMETZ question, go ahead and post that, and I'll try to answer it. Vicki says, great idea for the magnetic pin cushion. I didn't think about paper clips, and they do end up all over the desk. Well, you know what? I have a junk drawer. Doesn't everybody have one or two junk drawers? So you know what? This is a great, the Grab It magnetic pin cushion is a great addition for collecting all those odds and ends, little metal things. So keep that in mind. And it's available in the 2 sizes. Okay, Anita says she travels a bit, and so the lid on the Grab It would be handy. Oh, Charlene says she's easily distracted by unfinished projects. Jenny says she has a micro text. Oh, 60/8. You must be working on really super fine work. Yeah. Is that embroidery? I'm just curious. Okay. Oh, Diane says, great meeting you at FNF. Yes, Fiber and Fabric Festival. I was delighted to meet you, Diane. You know what? We met up several times on the show floor, and it was so much fun to meet Diane and her creative buddy. So thank you. Thank you. Glad you're here today. Sandra says she gets sidetracked or distracted. Okay. Oh, Janet says her brother used to ride a unicycle and went everywhere on it. Yeah, well, I'm going to wrap things up shortly, but I will tell you my unicycle story. So, yeah, one Christmas, and I don't know, I was probably a tween. Were we tweens back there, preteen? One Christmas, under the Christmas tree was a unicycle. And Dad did a challenge for my sister and I. Whoever could ride first to the well. So I grew up on a farm in Nebraska, and whoever could go up that little hill and make it to the irrigation pump and back without falling would get $50. And guess what? I worked for months doing that. It was a great challenge, and $50 was a lot of money. So guess what? I won that $50. And so both sets of my grandparents eventually lived on the same street in town. I don't know, 5 or 6 houses apart on opposite sides of the streets. And so I would ride my unicycle to and from Grandma's house. Who had the best snacks? And I also, was in parades, in the local town parades, probably 4th of July or back to school parades. So yeah, the unicycle, that was really a lot of fun. I believe I still have a great sense of balance. I actually stand on one foot almost, or one leg every day, as I'm getting away from my desk and my chair. I'll look out the window and I'll stand on one leg and just stretch. So I think I still have a great sense of balance. It's been probably 4 years since I was on that unicycle, but my unicycle days are over. I just don't want to take any risks, even with knee pads and a helmet. And you know what? When I was riding that unicycle, there were no helmets or knee pads. If you fell down, guess what? You got a scratch, you got bloody, and you kept on pedaling. All right, let's see. Let me see if there are any other questions and we'll wrap this up. Um, Janet says she once started a quilt top and was paralyzed. Oh gosh, in an auto accident. It got packed away. 30 years later, she found it and finished it. Now, sometimes I get into a project and decide I just don't like it. Isn't that the way? Oh gosh, Janet, I'm so sorry you were in an accident, but wow, you are quite tenacious in that you finished that project. And I agree, sometimes you start a project and you just don't like it. So that's the way it is. Anita, okay. Oh, Leslie's asking if I'm part flamingo. Yeah, maybe I am. I do love that hot pink or bubblegum pink of flamingos. So let me see if Paul has sent me a text yet with the winner. Oh, today's winner is someone watching on YouTube. And it's, here is the address. AWASILE from Navajo Nation. So she says, she or he says, there are a couple of things that stop me. Not knowing what to add to blocks to make it to complete. I'm a teacher and have papers to grade and lesson plans as well as other work-related paperwork, so time is an issue. So I'm going to say Aswali, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. What stops Aswali from completing sewing or quilting projects? Well, she's a teacher and she has papers to grade and lessons to plan. So she's got a lot of paperwork to do. So, okay. So congratulations. I will put the winner's name and address in the chat. I want to thank each of you for being here today. My next event will be Wednesday, July 1st. I'll be in New Orleans at Bernina University. So maybe I'll have some special guests. I don't know. And even if you don't have a Bernina machine, you know what? You're all welcome. We all love to sew, and there go my lights again. So I hope you can join me. So congratulations, Aswali, and I'll see you next month. Happy sewing, everyone. Sew SCHMETZ.